Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. All right, so coming close to the morning session beginning here, we have a nice inversion here on the 1 minute chart, which I think could possibly hold. Again, guys, normally I don't take the first inversion of the day, so I will not be taking this unless it's so good that I can't ignore it. But we'll label it here so you can see it. What the hell, bro? Properties. This is not the right thing. Trading view. Bruh. Yo, what's up, Andre? Sorry, 1 second. I'm having an issue here. Window capture, add source, select option, trading view, NQ1 chart. Is that this? I think it is. Yes, it is. All right, perfect. Let me fix this on the X platform. And let's bring this down here. And yeah, so let's see what happens here. All right. Andre, can you see that okay? Let me know. Okay, so the first inversion of the day is working. Again, I never take the first inversion of the day, especially if we look at the 15-minute chart here. We didn't really take any major liquidity at all. We're just bouncing from this little gap. Okay, perfect. We have London highs, but look at how the market has been trading over the last few days. From Wednesday, we had this sell-off. We traded up into this inversion. I think the possible play here, and again, this could completely be off, but if we do end up getting very bullish movement today, I'm going to be paying attention to this high right here. This is a very obvious level of liquidity, and it's also within this 3-minute, or the 15-minute inversion, apologies. So from here, if we can get some kind of a sweep, trade up into this high, and then get another inversion play, that will be something I'll be paying attention to. And we'll be aiming for this low right here. So these are the two sets of liquidity of the day that I'm potentially aiming for or looking for to see what happens. So again, this is another just example of how you should be patient in the market. I don't like to take a trade unless a major liquidity level has been swept. So immediately, if you just look at this chart, I mean, you have the all-time highs, obviously, right? That's a potential draw on liquidity. You have an obvious internal high within an inversion fair value gap. You can see this inversion here, this BPR. So if we are able to trade above this, this is a spot where you should be looking for potential shorts. Again, could this be the liquidity that gets swept and then ends up drawing higher? Sure. But if you get an A plus inversion here, then this is the spot where you would need to execute your trade. Or vice versa, if we do end up sweeping this liquidity first, maybe trading into this new week opening gap. I believe there's also a daily fair value gap here, or some kind of a 4-hour. There's a 4-hour inversion here, so this could be used as support to go higher. So that's what I'll be paying attention to, is pretty much how we behave at this level and this level. All right, so let's just go ahead and see what's going on here. Let's look at the rest of the market real quick, because, I mean, we're not going to be taking anything until those two sets of liquidity are swept. So I'll actually draw them on a chart. So we have one set here in black and one set here in black. Okay, and yeah, let's just take a look at the rest of the market real quick. Whoo, what's down 15%? CRWV is down 15% on the day again. That is wild. Let's look at it on the hourly. How is it down 15% again? Okay, but this all happened yesterday, so I'm confused. Very interesting. Enphase down another 5%. I don't know if this is correct. Something is off here. Riot up 5%. AMD down 1%. Tesla down 1%. Nike down 1%. Okay, this definitely is not correct, guys. Hold on one second. I need to... see if I get an update here. Yeah, there's definitely a glitch. Nothing is moving. Okay, hold on one second. Let me try and delete this. Bro, what is going on? Is anyone else having issues with TradingView? I expect run lower for at least MT5 also has issues. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Very weird. It's like nothing is updating its percent gains and losses on the day. Just very interesting. Okay. So yeah, pretty much, guys, what I'm looking for here, this is a 15-minute chart. I want to see major liquidity get swept to the upside or downside. Once that happens, we can look for a reversal play, because if you just think to yourself logically, right, if you're trying to trade right here, oh my god, and it's logging me out of my frickin', hold on one second, guys, it logged me out of my trading account. It's so annoying. Okay, hopefully it doesn't log me back out of this, because if it logs me out of this trading account, then I'm not going to be able to log back into it today. But if you just think logically, look at this price action. After this BPR happened here in inversion on Wednesday, look at the price action that we're getting. If you ask yourself, do you want to be a part of this? This is nonsense. This is where you get smoked. This is where the market goes up and down. Imagine trying to trade this chop. You tried this 1 minute or whatever, 15-minute inversion here to the long side, and you ended up getting stopped out. Then you tried one to the downside, you get stopped out. Tried one to the downside, you get stopped out. Then we have this stair ladder up. It's just like such nonsense price action. Interesting. So I will note, we did have some perfect equal highs that just got created here. And I have a feeling, and again, I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that this is actually going to be left for a long time. That this is a potential break of structure and that we're never going to really see this get hit. Maybe we get like a clean looking 1 minute inversion up here to induce traders, and then a short, like a dump. So I'm going to be paying attention to, hold on one second, I'm just going to log out of some stuff here. Okay. Going to be paying attention to this 1 minute inversion here. And if we do end up closing back above this, I think I'm still going to look for a short. Like if we just see a big green candle up here. But we'll see. Yeah, so Mainly I'm looking for this liquidity up here, but if we do get a inversion to the upside and it fails, I will try that. And of course, I'm going to be executing. This is a 50K funded, so I'm going to have to execute on MNQ, not NQ. Just a heads up. So I will probably change this to MNQ in a second. But I'm going to look at NQ. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so pretty nice looking inversion here. Again, if this closes above and fails, I'm going to try this short. With the idea that they're inducing traders to the long side here, like so. We did get liquidity swept on the 15-minute chart. You can see this liquidity got swept right here, the lowest low. And now we're looking for that potential inversion. If this closes above and fails, to me, that would be a signal that this is going to continue down. And then the draws on liquidity would be this hourly low, which is also that 15-minute low I pointed out, the new week opening gap down here, and hopefully a much bigger fail. Yeah, everything has been chopping because the market is like in indecision mode. But yeah, I do like the idea of this failing. So closing back above, inducing a lot of traders long, and then having it fail. By the way, guys, if you're in the stream, let me know how you like my glasses, and also make sure you like the stream. It helps the algos. So nothing here, guys. We're just waiting, being patient. Again, there's two scenarios I'm looking for here. Number one, if we can come down and sweep this liquidity, then maybe we can look for a long side setup to target this fair value gap. Or number two, if we come up today strong in the next few minutes, close above this fair value gap, and then fail it, this is going to be a short setup. So there's two different scenarios I'm looking to see play out here. So you notice how I don't click buttons until I see the one that I want. So again, I've seen this happen many times where everyone's bullish, they see this kind of bull flag forming on the higher time frames, and they want to see big continuation to the upside. And while yes, that can be true, we do have like a kind of a bull flag forming on the daily. There's also very manipulative tactics that the market makers use and the algorithms run that induce traders long. And this is one of them that I've lost on in my younger days or my more inexperienced days. I would take this inversion long, expecting this to rip higher, when in reality it ends up failing, and then we take out liquidity. So that is what I'm not expecting to see, but I'm prepared to execute on if it does happen. Gotta switch to MNQ while we're at it. And I'll leave NQ on the chart, but I'm gonna execute on MNQ. I really don't. Yeah, I'll just leave MNQ on the screen. Again, guys, patience, patience, patience. Could this be the 1 minute fair value gap that rejects us? Sure. What, again, I think is more likely is that this is a liquidity generating event. We have perfect equal highs right here. On MNQ, it doesn't show them, but I think on NQ it does. But I'll still label them on MNQ so you guys can kind of see visually what I'm seeing on NQ. And what's more likely is that we come up and induce traders. If this is going to be a sell day, we're going to come up, induce traders long, and then they're going to reject the market from right here. And then, again, where would the draw be on the day? The draw would be sell side liquidity, which in this case is an hourly low. Label this in black. And so that would be the draw. So basically what you'd be looking for here, if you're looking for the short, basically you would keep your stops above the equal highs and your target would be that hourly low. So this is what I'm kind of hoping for here. Oh, let's go. It finally updated. UNH up 10% on the day after news that Buffett bought it. Roblox down 10% after, I think there was like some kind of suing that's been going on with Roblox. Very interesting. ASML down, CRWV is down, Riot is down 4%. Best performers, CRM, Wing. Look at DJ, the first 5-minute drop for open on the Dow Jones. I never look at the Dow, never. So I will say, I want to look at Microsoft quick. Somebody opened a $12 million short-dated put on Microsoft. Does look pretty bearish, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so NQ rejecting from this 1 minute gap. Again, I wanted to see this continue higher. I mean, could we reject from here? Sure. I'd prefer to see us come up first again and then get the rejection from here to target that low. Wow, I just read news that UNH was purchased by Berkshire Hathaway for $411 a share. Or is it 311? I got for breakout sells target 23369. $23,369. Are you sure you'd meant 369? That's very low. So if we're going to reverse intraday, it's going to be here, in my opinion. But again, this is not a trade. 369 is 400 points below us. I'm all for bearishness today, but I would expect to see some kind of an intraday reversal here to target this liquidity. I just don't think they leave that fair value gap unfilled. Complete rejection there. I like 23,770. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that this 15-minute low should get hit, and once it does, then we'll look for a liquidity sweep to go up and take out these highs here. So we'll see what happens here after that 15-minute gets swept. Because it is possible that this just completely fails and that we just go way down, way lower today. So just keep that in mind. But you really want to see if we're going to reverse today, it's going to have to be right here. Okay, so here's the 15-minute low. Let's see what happens when that low gets swept. If it does here. Again, if we're going to see a reversal, it should be from there. Really should. But if this just completely drops through this, then be ready for a lot more downside today. Okay, so you really want to see a reversal here. If there's no reversal here, I'm sorry, boys, but we're probably cooked. Oh, boy. This looks like today might be a sell day. That's what I will say. Like, you really need to see a reversal here. Okay, so at least we're getting some kind of recovery there, but yeah, I think this might sell off a lot, guys. If we don't get a recovery right now, then this is going to sell off pretty heavily in my view. That does not look good. We've already tagged up into this 1 minute here, so we will see. So it's possible, guys, that today we sell off all the way down here. It's definitely possible. If that happens, that's going to be crazy. So bullish reaction so far, but again, I don't know if this holds. This looks like it's going to sell off. If we start getting big red candles through this low, be prepared for a lot more downside. Yeah, this could be one of those days. Not gonna lie. Yeah, this could be one of those days. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do have shorts on one of my funded accounts. Oh my goodness. So hopefully this holds. But my target for this is gonna be all the way down at this hourly. If this holds, it's gonna be ridiculous. I don't know if it will, but I shorted from here. So I could potentially catch 300 points today. But we really have to see this hold. If it doesn't, if it sweeps this high and starts trading up into here, then so be it. But I'm looking for buys on Dow Jones now under the low of day. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be a buy day. I don't think this is going to reverse. I think today is going to be a sell day. Could I be wrong? Absolutely, but that's just my take right now. We do have a 5-minute inversion here. If this ends up closing above, then yes, you can look for shorts, but I think it's going to be used as a rejection. So if this does inverse, then yes, I think this is going to end up being heavy upside today. But if it doesn't, then I think this is going to sell off. Price is also tapping the lower price channel in a 60-minute. Lower price channel. I don't use price channels. I use liquidity. And I don't think... I have a feeling that this liquidity is going to get completely smoked through. Okay, so the 5-minute is now the area we're really paying attention here. Oh my goodness. What a rejection there. What is that? Was there news? 7 a.m. news. Let's check Forex Factory quick. Consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. All right, so I'm going to pay attention to this 5-minute. If this ends up inversing and then closing below, that's going to be another nice short in my view. And then we target that hourly. So I'm really going to pay attention to this 5-minute. And I think a lot of people really want to target these equal highs today, and I don't think they're going to hit. That's my view here. But we will see. Okay, so this is the 5-minute inversion. We're waiting until 7:05 for this candle to close. $7:05, which is 3 minutes away. Holy shit, there's 15 people in here? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, only 3 people on YouTube and 12 people on X. Okay, so I really want to see what happens here at this 5 minute inversion. That's what I'm really paying attention to. If you guys want to try this long, I'm not a fan of longs. I'm not going to lie. Though it could work, there's a 5 minute inversion here. I would be extra careful with this. I don't see your chat on X. What do you mean, denim labels? What does that mean, chat on X? Okay, so we got 2 minutes left. I think this is going to hold this area. And then I'm expecting to see a rejection. I think this is a classic day where we could potentially get big sells. I see it now. I'm just not. What do you like? A place where you can comment or where you can chat on X itself? Are you on X right now, or are you on YouTube? But are you commenting on X or on YouTube? I don't see it myself. Oh, okay, got you, got you. All right, so there is the 5 minute inversion. Um, wow. So technically, this is a long. I don't think this is going to be a long. That's just my personal opinion. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. I think this is going to reject, but I just can't. I can't do anything here, guys. It's just not A plus enough for me. So I think this 5 minute is going to fail, and this is going to go all the way down here. That's my thesis right now. But I can't do it with equal highs above us. Just too tough. Hopefully it works, though. I hope this works for the Bulls, but I'm telling you right now, this looks sketchy. For the sake of the Bulls, I hope it does. So this is what the risk reward looks like. This risk reward sucks, especially where we are in the market. I can't, like, this looks like accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So I cannot take this long, guys. Even if it works. But I think it's probably going to fail, gun to my head. So, like, this is what I'm picturing happening right now. This, and then this, and then this. Again, I could be absolutely wrong here, but this is what I'm expecting. So, like, I'd want to see one more candle inducing traders long here, and then a big red candle. Or a few big red candles. Okay, so this is where I'd really want to see it reject. Imagine if it does it exactly from where I drew it. That would be crazy. Okay, so now I want to see a big red candle here through this low. Again, this is not a trading model. This is just speculation, but this is what I expect to happen to rebalance this 5 minutes. So I want the market to come all the way down here now. Guys, imagine if this happens exactly as I say. Don't be surprised if it does. And again, what's the thesis behind this? Everybody who took this 5 minute inversion, if this is going to be bullish, they want to scare everybody out here. So they're probably going to bring it all the way back down to the low of the 5 minute fair value gap. That's the thesis here. If it's going to happen here. This should be where it does. Really want to see it happen on the next candle or so, if it's going to happen. If not, we're probably going to drive up here. They're going to try and inverse this. I don't know. But I think most likely this is still going to trade down to this 5 minute low. Okay, so you want to see it happen here, really. I think they're holding the market up here as long as they can, so as many inverse IFVG traders see this long setup and are just gonna dump it through everything. Again, just a hypothesis. Just a hypothesis. Uh-oh. They're really making this slow. And if they do end up spiking this up here, that's fine. Hopefully we'll get some kind of a short setup later. Okay, so we'll see what happens after this 1 minute reaction. Okay, so there's a tag into this 1 minute fair value gap. If this just straight dumps here, that would be awesome too, but we will see, ladies and gentlemen, we will see. Okay, it could happen here. Let's see. Again, the thesis behind this is that this ends up filling this 5 minute gap, this 5 minute inversion. But there is no trade here. I'm not executing anything. Nothing is A plus yet. But if we do get like a manipulation higher here and then an inversion short here, that would be pretty good. So let's say this happens. That would be a good trade. Something like this. Uh-oh. So at minimum, I want this 5 minute to hit. So like at minimum, I'd like to see this candle drop to here. And then hopefully go lower. If not, we'll hopefully get a short later. So take me out. Wow, that song by Machine Gun Kelly stuck in my head, bro. Hear it everywhere. Dun 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 dun. No inversion here either, by the way, so there's just no setup. Oh, so boring, so boring, so boring. By the way, did you guys know Trump is meeting with Putin today? Don't be surprised if he says some words afterwards and it completely spooks the market and it goes crazy. Yep, Anchorage, Alaska, that's right. Okay, let's see the option. Let's see the dump. Hopefully it happens here. Again, I'm not in a position yet, so I got stopped out of my short from earlier at break even. I entered it like right here, give or take. So when this candle happened, I got stopped for break even. And now if this ends up collapsing, I'm unfortunately going to miss the move, but it is what it is. For the bulls here that are part of this inversion, you really want to see a bounce from like right here. This level right here. If it's going to bounce it, you really want to see it from there. Let me close my window quick 1 second. All right. Okay, so if you're a bull, again, this, whoops. I can't explain exactly why, because it's a secret. But if this ends up bouncing from here, you'll probably be safe. But you really, if we just completely collapse through this, then we're gonna come back and retest these lows most likely. Pretty decent reaction so far. But if there's red candles that come through this level right here, about 23,845, give or take, actually. So like right, I mean, this is MNQ I'm looking at, but on NQ 845, which is right here. So on NQ, it's right here, 845 even. If we completely just collapse through 845, then we're gonna go down here. This is the slowest 5-minute inversion I've seen in a long time. All right, so this is where you have to pray. Okay, so that doesn't look good. This is going to probably come all the way down here now. Okay, good morning. So unless this bounces right now, then this is coming all the way back down here. Again, there's no model here. I'm just basically speculating and trying to tape read. That's all. Okay, so very bullish reaction. So this is good for bulls. The only other scenario I can see playing out now is if we get some kind of a trade up into this 1 minute and then a failure. But if you're a bull, this is a good sign so far. Any trades this morning, Kay? Still in the office? This is the slowest 5-minute inversion I've seen in so long. But it is working so far, technically. I hope it does continue. This is such bad price action. But I think this is probably coming down to test this 5-minute. Gun to my head now. Oh, my goodness. The algos are scalping pennies, yeah. Probably. Denim, you're right, bro. It's the algorithms. The AI is improving and more people are losing money. It was hard before, it's even harder now. But I still think that this, again, the thesis here is that this 5-minute needs to be rebalanced, so we're probably going to come back and tag at minimum this area right here. Which also pairs up perfectly with the 1-minute order block. Okay, so there's the first touch of the 5-minute. Let's see if this holds and keeps going down. Very bullish reaction, though, from that 5-minute. So this could be a long, but again, I'm not trading this. This is not A+. I think this is probably still going to come back down and fill all of this, but there's nothing I can do about that. If it happens, it happens. My guess though, guys, if you look at NQ, we have a set of equal highs that just formed right here. I think today we're going to have a sell day and everyone's going to look for these to get swept and they're never going to get hit. That's my thesis. And that we're just going to sell off completely. If you look at the hourly chart, we swept this low and it looks like there's a bullish reaction. A lot of people are trying to long this now, but what's going to happen is it's going to fail and this body of this candle and this low are going to get swept today. That's my thesis. So I will draw this level right here on MNQ, 23,600. That's where I think the market goes today. Gun to my head. So I think this 5 minute, everybody who's long this 5 minute is praying this holds, and what's going to happen is it's going to hold right here, it's going to close right here, and then it's going to completely collapse for the what macro is this? The 1050 macro. What are you guys going to give me if I'm right? If this 5 minute inversion ends up failing and we go all the way down here to 23,653. Who's buying me a Lambo? If you guys take this short, again, I'm not suggesting you take a short because this is not a setup. This is speculation, okay? It's just thesis. If it does end up failing, and somebody takes it with big size and they end up making enough money to buy a Lambo, half that Lambo goes to me. Just remember that. I'm part owner. But if you lose, I'm not part owner. Just remember that. I get all the reward with no liability. Okay, so again, 5 minute is holding here. Everyone's like, oh, along this 5 minute inversion, it's going to go up. We have equal highs everywhere. I think this is going to completely fail. Again, just a thesis. Just a thesis. Just a goddamn thesis, boys and girls. You'll give me a like, Denim Labels? Let's go. Guys, did you hear that? Denim's going to give me a like if this ends up collapsing. Sheesh. So happy about that. Denim, you are so generous, man. Who taught you to be so generous? Is that like your parents? Is it just like a cultural thing or... Because that's really thoughtful, man. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the 5 just so we can envision what everyone's thinking right now. Everyone's seeing a big push higher and this fair value gap acting as support. If it does act as support, yes, this will drive us back up to high of day. If this fails, I think we're going to collapse. Denim short. So I want to see this candle completely fill this 5 minute and hopefully close. Let's draw it. Okay, this is what I want to see. Let's pretend this is the candle. Gonna make it red. And I'm gonna make it solid. I want to see this market close the 5 minute candle right here. So in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I want to see a red candle that looks like this. And then I do not want to see that 5 minute candle close below this fair value gap. I want to see it hold the body right here. And the next 5 minute candle after this one, I want to see this. And then after that, I want to see this. That's my thesis right now. Again, could I be wrong? Absolutely. Am I short? No. Is there a setup? No. But this is just a thesis. But they're really building a lot of liquidity here. And I think today, of all days, could be the day where it happens. So let's go back to the 5-minute. Oh my goodness. Hopefully this doesn't collapse. Like this is an in my olden days, in my inexperienced days, I would be longing the shit out of this 5-minute gap. Does it work? Sometimes, yes. If you're wrong, though, and you don't have risk management, today is the day where you will blow your accounts. People seeing a clean 5-minute inversion, they're saying, wow, this is so good, let me take this. And they're praying that this holds. If this fails, it is going to destroy you, probably. So, that is what I am speculating here. So it's either going to be from this 5-minute bullish fair value gap that we hold. Text. Let's get rid of this. Just to not confuse you. So either the red candle closes here or it closes here. I'm not sure which one they're going to use, but this 5-minute bullish gap or the 5-minute inversion. If the meeting goes south, this will be a short day. Wait, like short day as in it's not going to be a lot, like it's not going to be a lot of time? You think they're going to close the market early, or you're saying it's going to be a short, as in like the market's going to go down? I think that's what you mean, Denim. Who is still watching this? Type 1 if you're watching my thesis play out in real time. Type 2 if you're not. Type 2 if you're an NPC. Andre's watching the thesis play out in real time. Again, I don't know for sure what's going to happen here, but at minimum, I think this 5-minute fair value gap will be filled. So at minimum, I think these candles are going down here to 23,814.25. That with a decent degree of certainty. From there, we could get a bullish reaction and we could sweep these equal highs today. But if we don't, and this fail, like let's say we close right here, I think that's going to be where a lot of bulls lose their ass today. That's my view on this. And unfortunately, there's really no model for me to take here, but I still think it's going to happen. Not to mention, somebody opened a $12 million short-dated put on Microsoft yesterday. So, right at market close, which to me signifies maybe that we have downside. Again, nobody knows for sure, but that's just additional good stuff. Okay, so this is the spot. Now, if you're in this short, you should definitely have your stop to break even now. Because this, if we're going to react bullishly today, it's going to be from right here. But if not, and let's say we close the next 5-minute candle here or here, like I just said, then that's going to be where the big dump happens. I'm here for the peace. I'm here until a peace agreement. No peace agreement happening today, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that right now. So I think the next 10 minutes will probably be mid, and within the next 20 minutes, I think there's going to be a sizable move to the downside or to the upside, but I think more likely to the downside. A lot of people want these equal highs today, and they're going to do everything they can to get them, but I think today is going to be a collapse. And look, already we're dumping like crazy. So this is the spot. If you're a bull, you are praying that this holds. Praying. We have 3 minutes left in this candle, so this is a spot that's going to move higher if it does. But I think it's going to fail. And I think this is going to happen. And if you guys don't know how to trade the market, don't be an idiot and take this. But just letting you know what I feel, what I think. But look, already the first 5-minute candle I told you is happening. So candle number 1 of my 5-minute thesis is correct. Candle number 2 of my 5-minute thesis looks to be correct as well. Let's see if 5-minute 3 and 5-minute 4 are correct. I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the restroom quick. Uh-oh. All right, so bullish reaction from the 5-minute low. We'll see if this ends up holding or not. Again, I told you guys already, this is the spot where you had to move your stop to break even, because if we are bullish, this is going to go all the way up here. I don't think it is, but we'll see. Okay, so in just under 2 seconds. Okay, so the 5-minute candle held. That's a good sign in my view for shorts. And the reason being is because basically it's giving people that are bullish a false sense of confidence, pretty much. So either this 5-minute candle or the next one should be one of these if it's going to happen today. So like right here on this 5-minute candle, I want to see big downside move or the next one. This is incredible. I love that I'm able to show you guys this happening in real time. And the beautiful part is, if you shorted when I was talking about it up here, your stop is at break even and you just get to let this happen. If it happens, it happens. If not, you get stop at break even, big whoop. But if it goes the way that we plan, it ends up being a huge move. So we'll see. We will see. Gotta move these out of the way now, right? Is anyone in this short, by the way, with their stop to break even up here? Having fun watching this play out. If it does, it does. I think Denim is in a short. But again, guys, please listen to me right now. If you are in a short from up here, move your stop to break even, because if you are wrong, it's going to reverse and it's going to sweep this set of equal highs and this set of equal highs. If we are right, you're going to probably print a shit ton today. I would suggest taking some profits at low of day. No short for Andre. If you're in this short, I would suggest taking a partial at low of day and hold the runners. If this happens, amazing. But at least book some profits here just in case we get a reversal after the lows get swept. Denim is on paper. Okay. That's good too. So basically now what I'm looking at is this 5-minute fair value gap. I want to see this 5-minute candle, I want to see it close at the 5-minute box. So I don't want to see it close below. I want to see it close at it, and then I see the next 5-minute candle. So in the next 8 minutes, pretty much, you're going to see a huge move. That's my thesis. If I'm right. If I'm wrong, if this closes below with the body, I'm going to exit the position, I think. If I was in a position. I want to see the body hold this fair value gap. And then the next 5-minute candle will be massive. So we got to wait patiently for the next 2 minutes. Okay, so I love to see the 5-minute closing here. Hopefully it closes in the box, not below it. I want to see the body hold the fair value gap. Hold it. And then without really giving anyone a chance to enter, I want to see the next 5-minute candle do this and then this. Okay, 20 seconds left. Please hold it. Come on. Again, I'm saying this again. If the body closes below here, I would move your stop down so that you're in profit, or I would take profits. Up to you, what you decide. Okay, beautiful. The 5-minute held. So this 5-minute candle, again, gun to my head, this is going to be a huge candle. And we'll see if it is. I want to see big movement to the downside and no chance to enter this short. We're also in the heart of the macro time, which started 5 minutes ago. So I would like to see massive downside movement on this 5-minute candle. Or the next one. One of the two. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to say. If we don't see big movement in the next 10 minutes, then it is what it is. But remember my thesis, guys. I said personally, I thought it was decent to enter short here because we still had to fill this 5-minute gap. And from here, whatever happens, happens. But at least you were able to maybe short from up here and keep your stop at break even and hopefully hold for the big move. And again, please do not be shorting from here. This is where you needed to short from, and your stop should be at break even now that this gap is filled. Nobody should be entering shorts here because if I'm wrong, this is going to sweep all of this. So I'm already not liking the bullish reaction here, I'll be honest, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So from the 1-minute time frame, I'm thinking this is going to happen. Consolidation. And then just randomly this. It's amazing that I'm calling the market in real time, tick for tick, and there's 3 people watching on YouTube. 19 total. There's, 16 people watching on X, but it's pretty wild that we don't get more love here. But it's okay. I enjoy it. For the people who do stick around, I enjoy analyzing the markets, but yeah. Appreciate you guys all being here. That do enjoy this. As long as I'm helping one person, like today, if I was able to teach you guys this kind of 5-minute inversion manipulation tactic, wow, insane. Where you were very likely to come up, induce traders, and then fill the 5-minute. At least if I could teach one person this kind of, it's not a model, but this idea, that's all that matters to me. So here's that first 5-minute. Again, I think this is going to be a big move. Super excited to be a part of this. Because I will not lie. I am in this short on one of my fundeds. I will not lie. We're up $150 per MNQ right now, per micro. I'm going to be partialing here, and I'm going to hold the runners all the way down to here. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of that 5-minute close, I'm not gonna lie. I think on the 1-minute chart, I'm gonna move my stop to the top of the 5-minute gap. So I'm gonna lock in $100 per contract on micros. So my stop loss is gonna be right here. Or not stop loss, my take profit. My in profit stop loss will be here for $100 per micro. Because really, I don't like this close on the 5-minute. I want to see this completely go through this. So, and unless this next 5-minute candle completely collapses us, then it is what it is. So I'm locking in the profits, guys. $100 per contract on MNQ. And for those of you guys who don't believe me, this is a newer funded, but on Top Step. I don't know if you guys can see this. No, you can't. How do I share the window? Scenes. I've been getting a bunch of funded, so I have a few on Top Step X, like 6 now. And I think they're going to ask me to move to a live account soon, but hold on, let's see if I get stopped out for break even here before we do anything. Really hope I don't. I hope this just runs, but I'm okay with $100 per contract. Let's just see. My stop loss again is like right here. Stop in profit, not a stop loss. It's because it's not a loss. We're in $100 of profit per micro. Also, we have perfect equal lows right here. Just a heads up, guys. Super close to my... we really want to see this next 1-minute candle dump. Really want to see a dump. Come on, market gods. Let this collapse here. I was really hoping for a stronger 5-minute candle here. I don't love this, I'll be honest. But could still be right. Let's hope we are. $10-minute inversion to the downside. 15-minute inversion. Interesting. Okay, this is where you want to see it. I've been in this trade for such a long time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Almost an hour we've been in this trade. Okay, I think what I'm going to do here, guys, if we get a big down close candle here through these equal lows, I'm going to basically put my stop to break even right at the equal lows. So if this ends up completely dumping through them and going down to the liquidity over here, then I'll make a shit ton. But if not, I'll just get stopped for profit at the equal lows. That's my hope. So really, I mean, I was expecting, like I said, I wanted huge movement in the next 5 to 10 minutes, and we're not getting the huge movement, but this could be the start of it. If it doesn't happen in the next 5 to 8 minutes, I'll probably just move my stop even lower. But right now, my stop in profit is right here. Like I said, at 23,812.75, give or take. But I think this is the next draw, and then if this gets swept, then that's where my stop to profit will be. So again, on MNQ, it doesn't look like equal lows, but you can see on NQ that they are perfectly equal. So that's the draw. And the reason I'm being extra cautious too today with moving my stop into profit quickly or more quickly is because today is OPEX, so we could get volatile swings in either direction. But my hope is that this just dumps through this and it won't even come back to it. So as soon as it gets swept, I'm moving my stop straight to profit at the equal lows. I'm just going to label this here. Stop in profit. So if I get ticked out here, so be it. Really hope we don't. See if I can show you guys quickly the Top Step account. window. Oh, I hope I don't get stopped out here. Streamlabs trading view window. Wow, I almost got stopped by a tick there. Just missed my stop. Okay, this should be where it happens, guys. If it's going to happen, it should happen in the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Please don't stop me out. I want to catch more of the move. Dump, 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 dump. Oh my god, it missed it by a tick. Look at that. Please hold. Come on. Oh my god, if this ends up being the reversal spot, that would be wild. Oh my god, please. Come on. Dump through this now. Okay, so I'm considering moving my stop and profit to here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm moving my stop and profit to this candle's high right here. I want this body to hold and continue. If it doesn't continue, then we're probably gonna see more consolidation until the next macro, which is at 1150, and I don't want to be a part of that. Come on. No. All right, guys. I got stopped in profit right there. If this ends up going lower, awesome. That's $104 per contract I just booked, so I'm proud of that. And yeah, we will, I guess, just watch the rest of the day. This is probably going to end up dumping through all this now, and I'm probably going to get such bad FOMO watching this happen later. But again, I wanted to see this 5-minute candle make that move. And like the fact that we're wicking here and doing this, I'm not a huge fan of it. So what's probably going to happen here is they're going to rebalance this 5-minute, and then maybe we get a short from there. I'm not sure, but I appreciate you guys being here. If this ends up going up here and getting another inversion, I'll call it in the live alert section of the Discord. If you guys want to join and watch me live stream almost every single day, you can join. Link is in the description. Get long-term plays, option plays, whatever you guys want. But anyways, I appreciate your time. Best of luck with your trading, and I will catch you guys on Sunday for the economic calendar and the market recap for my plan for next week. And yeah, peace out.